using blue to show the primary grid, so I'm going to pick a corner. I'm just going to make a square. The secondary grid, we're just going to pick out the centers of those squares. To the tertiary, and this is where you're going to be deciding what's going up and what's going down. Now we've drawn our grid lines, or not grid, guidelines. So, like how I did in the little show example there. Now we're gonna start making it bigger. Now, another important note is that you want to do this 2 lines at a time. So you don't want to go around and do the outside of everybody first and then do the insides. You want to do each segment at the same time, because that'll help you keep a consistent width of your ribbon. And you're supposed to draw the square around the thing before you start. I do not. I draw it after, as I'm filling things in. So now, with the foundation knot, there's something fun and cool. You're going to draw a break line. Now, break lines only happen on the primary, but with the foundation knot, you draw it on the secondary grid. And then we follow basically the exact same steps, except we don't want to cross over that line. There, and now we've got our guidelines for the foundation knot. Now I draw my square, which is my last step, and your last step if you decide to follow the last step phase that I like to do. Or maybe you're a part of the Draw the Square First club, and if that's the case, well, aren't you fancy? No shame though, we love everybody. Draw the square first, draw the square last, up to you. And like that, we've got the Josephine knot. There, so those are the basic knots that you can basically just play around with and use to make anything. And now I'm going to move on showing you how we make some bigger stuff. So here we've got a 4x4 grid, just doing standard pleat work knot, which is also known as, of course, the King Solomon's knot. Now I went ahead and kind of just started, because I kind of totally forgot that, oh wait, I have to show this, so. But we just keep going around, and like that, we've got a 4x4. So the thing about Knotwork I have discovered is that there's no mastering Knotwork. There's not. It's mastering reading the grid. You learn how to read the grid properly, and then you can just make. Now, this might look very confusing, and don't get me wrong, my brain is kind of looking at this like, how do we do this? But that's the best part about Knotwork, in my opinion, is that there is no figuring it out. You just make your grid, and then you start in that corner, and you just start going. Now, you might make mistakes. You might see me make a mistake and go, well, oops, but we just carry on. I'm not in love with it, but we're gonna press on, and who knows, maybe I don't love it now, but once it's finished, I will be, oh my gosh, in love with it. Alright, well, that's everything that I really have to say about Knotwork. Yeah.